I sign up for in the fire department. Way before I sign up for it. Hey, Warren, you go to Fire Basic? Sure. What's that, a weekend? Well, here we are, hundreds of hours later, 10 months, and one global pandemic later, we made it. It's a big deal, and I'm extremely proud of what we have accomplished. People ask me why I would do this, take this class, dedicate the better part of a year of my life for a volunteer job. The answer is quite simple. I want to serve my community without getting hurt or hurting anyone else. It's a simple goal, and I believe this academy has provided the training and experience to do so confidently. When I first walked into the classroom in November, I didn't know what to expect. As I looked around the room, I realized we were quite the motley crew. I saw kids barely out of high school. Others were more established in life. There were farmers, plumbers, technicians, drivers, office workers, and whatever a wheeled medic is. We got started, and I could not understand how this course could stretch over months. It's not complicated. You see fire, you put water on it. How hard can that be? Being a firefighter is not just one job. It's 34 distinct jobs, I counted them, each with their own PowerPoint presentation and lecture. Thank you. Extinguishing a fire is just one of those jobs. Basically, the firefighter course is broken up into two components. Jared referred to them earlier. There's a classroom part, where you learn why, when, and where to do something, and the practical part where you actually perform the task. The class was led by great instructors who really provided a depth of knowledge and experience to grow us quickly and build confidence while prioritizing safety. I personally want to take a minute and thank Jared Barber, Scott Melton, and our 16 other instructors for their time and knowledge. We learned a lot of things in the academy. I learned, for example, there are way too many barbers in the fire service. Right? We learned how much water there is in the Rock River. It's actually a class lesson there for that. I learned from Tony and Chad, Hulk mode. It's a real thing. I've seen it in real life. Tying knots with gloves is extremely difficult. We learned how many IT guys it takes to drag a guy up the stairs. The answer is more than two. That's what we have. With every lecture comes the opportunity for a sales call. I still don't understand what a CEQ stands for, and are we getting one for this? I also learned what all of these guys, you notice we don't get the opportunity, what they look like, clean shaven. It's a sight. And finally, there are many distractions on the fire ground. Radios don't work. The public gets in the way. There's dogs. But seriously, we learned how to do everything from the ground up. On day one, we learned how to get dressed, right? And we all didn't do very well that first day. But by the end of it, we're doing it in less than a minute. We learned how to climb ladders, how to carry people, how to save lives, how to navigate obstacle courses blindfolded, simulating a real-life environment. Day one, it took us 9 minutes to get our gear on. In a few months, we can do it in just a minute. But most importantly, we learned to follow orders and work as a team. These strangers are now my family. We have suffered together, we have shared pain. We have shared success. We even did algebra together. We were supposed to be here in March, right here, April, at the latest, as promised. The COVID-19 pandemic changed our lives as it has changed the world. As first responders and models for our citizens, we were expected to shut down, and we did. That long pause of 3 months had its consequences. It grew hotter, and the practicals grew harder. A few people were simply unable to attend anymore, or to dedicate any more of their livelihoods to this academy, and they can't be here today. If it weren't for this pandemic, I think we would have had a 100% graduation rate, which is absolutely amazing. That speaks to how much we are here for each other, how much we uplift each other, and how much we trust each other, and to their great instructors in the academy itself. I look forward to serving my community and applying what I've learned here. This has been extremely valuable, and I'm honored to serve with these fine men and women. I'd like to turn it over for Hunter for the fresher perspective.